Welcome to the Effective Interactions Learning Series. This scenario-based program invites you to look at typical interactions that can occur when we provide services and support to those who come to Red Cross sites.
Your work with the American Red Cross will bring you into contact with many different types of people, in many different situations. The key to interacting successfully with all kinds of people depends on your willingness to be curious, to ask questions, to listen and to avoid assumptions. In this program we will look closely at an interaction with a client at a sheltering site. We will then review the expectations and assumptions of the Red Cross worker. Next we will look at ways in which we can learn more from our clients about what they need. The Red Cross mission is to alleviate suffering, and our goal is to support this mission by showing strategies and skills that can be used to serve our clients in ways that are meaningful to them. In this scenario you are working at a Red Cross sheltering site, and you notice that a resident appears to be withdrawn and keeping to her cot. While you understand that the evacuation process was likely to be a stressful experience for her, you are worried that she seems especially listless. You sit down next to her and ask if she would like to speak with someone from our disaster mental health team. To your surprise she angrily replies that there is nothing wrong, looks away from you and becomes silent and more withdrawn. Interactions with others don't always go the way you would expect. When a client appears to be stressed and unsatisfied with the information you have provided them, it is important to review the interaction carefully. You are surprised by her angry reaction as you genuinely wanted to help the client. From your perspective, anyone who had gone through a trauma like evacuating from a disaster should welcome the chance to speak to a trained counselor. Sometimes, when faced with a problem, our proposed solutions may not align with the needs or expectations of the other person. Our assumptions and beliefs in any given situation can be quite different from those of others in the same situation. When we work with others to solve a problem, we first need to understand their perspective so that we can find a solution that meets their needs and expectations. To understand the needs and expectations of others, we first have to earn their trust by establishing a connection with them. We earn trust by asking questions, then listening and acknowledging what we have heard. Allow them to tell us how they view their situation and what is important to them. Keep the focus on them until you understand enough to propose a meaningful solution. When you have an encounter with a client that does not feel pleasant, it is important to take a few minutes to analyze what happened. Think about your own actions and how they might have affected the client. In this scenario you could ask yourself what you might have said that made this client feel uncomfortable. You could also assess your proposed solution. Is this really a situation where disaster mental health should be contacted? What about this situation made you consider disaster mental health a possible solution? To better understand their needs, you can ask them what you can do to help them. Then listen patiently and clarify to make sure you understand what they want. This creates trust and ensures that they feel safe with you. As you try to understand the needs and perspectives of others, using the principles of compassionate communication will help you to build trust quickly. Compassionate communication allows you to show others that you are aware of their distress and wish to help. They are more willing to reveal their concerns to you when they feel that you are focused on their needs. A critical component of compassionate communication is careful and attentive listening. You can show that you are listening by using specific body language. As you listen, keep your face soft and warm and maintain a kind expression. Make eye contact when they choose to do so. Use a warm tone of voice and speak softly. Use gentle body gestures, don't move quickly. Relax your body and stay in that relaxed state. Speak more slowly and carefully, especially when you ask questions. Keep your questions short and to the point. Avoid rambling explanations as our brains will only process about 7 to 10 words at a time. While they are sharing with you, clients are also assessing whether you are someone they can trust. They are scanning your face, listening to your tone of voice and observing your body language. All of these signals tell them whether they are safe with you. It's not just what you say that matters. Just like cutting directly into an onion, trying to quickly get directly to the heart of a problem may cause tears. Problems are often layered and take time to emerge. Asking questions and listening patiently will tell you much more than trying to quickly get to the point. Patience is the real secret to compassionate communication. Compassionate communication allows you to be present with, and supportive of, someone, while allowing them to determine what they need to alleviate their distress. Keeping the conversation open, allowing the person to share as much as possible. Listening and observing without judgment and letting them propose solutions will help them to feel that they can solve their own problems. When we apply the principles of compassionate communication to our interactions with others, we give them the opportunity to trust that they can advocate for themselves. As you can see from the screen, once trust is established, clients will tell us specifically what they need. By using compassionate communication, you create a setting in which the client can better understand and describe their personal situation at that moment. When you listen carefully, you can help them to peel back the layers of their onion safely, and tell you what they need. Your careful listening has helped them to uncover what is causing their distress. Now you have the information you need to give them meaningful assistance and support. The solutions you propose will now match their needs more closely. Compassionate communication tells clients that they matter, and puts their needs first. By working to have an open conversation, building trust, observing without judgment and letting the client tell you what they need, you can help them to have the best experience possible during a stressful time. Thank you for completing this program. Your commitment to world-class client support at Red Cross sheltering sites is what allows us to deliver on our mission of alleviating human suffering. We hope that you will put what you have learned in this program to work in your next client interactions. You make the difference for so many people through your service.